America's top-selling beer? Take a guess. It's no longer American. Modelo Especial, the Mexican lager brewed near Mexico City, surpassed Bud Light in beer sales after making more than $330 million last month.
In today's video, we're diving into an intriguing story that's shaped the landscape of the beverage industry. Our journey takes us through the last 2 decades of beer exports, revealing an astonishing rise that has seen Mexican beer crush its competition in the U.S. market. So grab a cold one and join us as we uncover the fascinating events that led to this beer revolution. Take a look at this graph, which illustrates the beer exports of the past 20 years. While Mexico's lead over other countries is undeniable, there's a significant spike that commands our attention. But what exactly triggered this sudden shift, creating an impressive gap between Mexico and the rest of the world? To comprehend this remarkable transformation, let's turn our focus to a pivotal year, 2013. In 2013, the beer industry witnessed a series of game-changing events that set the stage for the rise of Mexican beer. A monumental $20 billion takeover, a DOJ Anti-Trust suit, and a groundbreaking settlement paved the way for a decade of unparalleled growth. The result? Modelo Especial, once a mere contender, ascended to become the best-selling beer in both the US and Mexico. In a startling twist, it outperformed its closest competitor in beer exports, doubling their numbers. However, before this watershed moment, decades of strategic groundwork were laid, culminating in the perfect conditions for a new beer powerhouse to emerge. The saga of Modelo's rise is intertwined with the tumultuous history of the American beer market. For over a century, the U.S. beer market experienced significant fluctuations, influenced by imports, wars, and domestic brewery trends. Heineken led the charge as the first beer to re-enter the American market after Prohibition ended in 1933. However, the import market remained a minor player, contributing less than 1% of the entire U.S. beer market until the 1960s. The 1970s marked a turning point, with imports capturing a larger slice of the market, accounting for nearly 3%. Heineken spearheaded this growth and became the top importer in the U.S. Observing this trend, a brewing company south of the border saw an opportunity. Grupo Modelo, the makers of Corona. Grupo Modelo recognized the burgeoning American beer market's potential and set their sights on expansion. The 1980s, characterized by rising disposable income and a consumer penchant for status and a vacation-inspired lifestyle, provided the perfect backdrop for Corona's entrance. In 1981, Corona made its debut in the U.S. market, experiencing rapid growth. By 1987, sales had quadrupled, placing Corona second only to Heineken in top-selling imports. The plan seemed to be succeeding until an unfortunate rumor spread in 1987, alleging that Corona's golden beer color was due to employee urine. While unbelievable, this rumor had a real impact on sales. By the 1990s, the urine rumor waned, and Corona introduced Corona Light to tap into the popularity of light beer. Iconic TV commercials featuring a lime in a long-necked bottle against a beach backdrop further solidified Corona's image. In 1998, Corona overtook Heineken as the top-selling import, a position it maintained for the next 2 decades. Noticing Grupo Modelo's success, Anheuser-Busch entered the scene by acquiring a stake in the company in 1993. A more dramatic twist came in 2008, when InBev's forceful merger with Anheuser-Busch occurred. A story rife with family conflicts and a hostile corporate takeover. Nonetheless, when the deal went through, the portion of Grupo Modelo owned by AB InBev shifted to the new company, AB InBev. As they witnessed their investment thrive, a new thought took root. It was time to acquire the entirety of Grupo Modelo. On June 29, 2012, AB InBev made a significant announcement that they would purchase the remaining 50% for a staggering $20 billion. However, a twist awaited them. In a swift turn of events, the U.S. Justice Department intervened as soon as the acquisition was on the table. With their eagle eye on potential monopolies and consumers' interests, they put their foot down. Their concern? AB InBev's possible strategy of increasing beer prices, which wouldn't sit well with the beer-loving populace. Facing the prospect of more legal drama, AB InBev opted for a settlement. The settlement dictated that they could retain the global rights but had to relinquish the U.S. rights. This was still a considerable gain for AB InBev, given the expanding reach of Mexican beer across the globe. Now, Grupo Modelo had the task of finding the right contender to buy the U.S. rights. Their gaze fell upon Constellation Brands, a relatively small player in the beer industry, but a major player in the wine and spirits sector. It's fascinating to note that prior to 2013, Constellation Brands had never brewed a single bottle of beer. Their expertise lay in the world of wine and spirits, including well-known brands like Svedka Vodka. Constellation's existing partnership with Grupo Modelo for distribution in the U.S. made them a prime candidate. Their $4.75 billion offer sealed the deal, marking a surprising shift for Constellation into the brewing business. The significance of this partnership lay in Constellation's ability to handle distribution, an area they were already well versed in. However, they needed to tackle the brewing process, which was pivotal for the success of this venture. By partnering with Cervecería Nava, one of the world's largest breweries, they secured the capacity to brew and bottle independently, eliminating their reliance on AB InBev. The timeline was ambitious. The deal was inked in 2013, and Constellation had to ensure the plant was up and running without external assistance from AB InBev or Grupo Modelo by June 2016. Simultaneously, plans for rapid brand expansion were in motion, with Modelo Especial at the forefront of their strategy. Constellation recognized that they needed a fresh approach to conquer the U.S. market, one that Grupo Modelo had not ventured into before. Observing the enduring success of Corona as the top U.S. import throughout the 2000s, Constellation aimed to carve a distinct path, without overshadowing their own achievements. While they avoided treading on their own successes, they envisioned an alternative route to the summit. For the better part of 2 decades, one beer had reigned supreme in the U.S., growing its lead over other domestic brews. Bud Light, that's what Modelo had its sights set on. Their goal was clear. They aimed to be an everyday beer, transcending occasions like enjoying Mexican cuisine or relaxing on the beach. Now, let's circle back to that intriguing spike on the graph. What exactly unfolded here? This was the moment when the universe aligned to set the stage for one of the most extraordinary beer triumphs in history. Constellation Brands had just completed their state-of-the-art, fully automated factory. This facility churned out beer at an astonishing pace, laying the foundation for what was to come. Modelo's grand plan was put into motion, commencing with a move that can only be described as bold. In a power play, they replaced Bud Light as the official sponsor of the UFC, inking a massive 8-figure deal. Their influence extended to other sports as well, as they secured partnerships with major teams like the Las Vegas Raiders, LA Galaxy, Chicago White Sox, and the Golden State Warriors. Their target? The sports-loving, beer-drinking audience, particularly those who frequented places like Buffalo Wild Wings. But that's not all. Another crucial move involved a simple but game-changing decision. For the first time in Modelo's history, they launched English-language advertising. Prior to this, the brand exclusively focused on a Latin audience. This shift also brought about a brand new slogan, positioning Modelo as the choice for individuals with a tenacious spirit. Commercials highlighted the everyday working class, paired with a touch of sophistication from that iconic gold label. By 2018, Modelo had overtaken even Corona, claiming the title of the top-selling imported beer in the U.S. Among their many accomplishments, a key one was dominating the largest beer market in the country, Los Angeles. Their tap handles appeared in countless dive bars across the city, ads adorned every corner, and they sponsored a slew of events, solidifying their presence as the premier name in the area. The result? Modelo now outperforms Bud Light, Miller Lite, and Coors Light combined in Los Angeles. Their meteoric rise earned them the second spot amongst the best-selling beers in the U.S., with only Bud Light ahead. However, those headlines kept growing brighter and brighter, casting a shadow on Bud Light. Projections initially suggested that Modelo might surpass Bud Light by 2030. Yet a series of controversies revolving around the Bud Light brand caused a swift and steep 25% drop in sales week after week. This unexpected turn of events propelled Modelo to claim the top spot in the U.S. beer market in May of 2023, a truly remarkable feat that underscores the power of strategy, marketing, and seizing the right opportunities. The results are in, and they're staggering. Modelo achieved a remarkable feat, selling a staggering 333 million units, while Bud Light, its long-standing rival, trailed behind at 297 million. This dramatic shift occurred within just a decade after Constellation Brands sealed the deal for Grupo Modelo's U.S. rights. In a breathtaking move, Modelo usurped the throne of the beer kingdom, leaving the former king, Bud Light, dethroned. As they say, when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. From Modelo's adventurous journey, the wild ride to prominence, the steadfast sales trajectory, and Pacifico's emergence as a significant contender, it's clear that Mexican beer is making waves like never before. Today, Mexican beer is ubiquitous. Its influence and presence are felt everywhere. This is a tale of unprecedented success, an exhilarating journey that seems to have embarked on a lifelong journey of triumph, showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. It's a ride of a lifetime, and it continues to captivate the world of beer, leaving an indelible mark on the beverage market landscape. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more updates.